TV. What's going on, new breeders? Max here.
And C-Bomb.
Max and C-Bomb and Beebs coming at you with another episode of New Breed TV. Coming at you from the Fear Factoreum, Australia's #1 Fear Factory Museum, C-Bomb.
That is the one. Check it out on Instagram.
Check us out on Instagram. Now, I'd like to introduce everyone to our new little dog, Beebs. She is the cutest thing in the world. She loves Fear Factory, and I just wanted you guys to meet her. This is Beebs. How you going, Beebs? How you going, darling? You're on New Breed TV, darling. Thanks for joining us, new breeders. In this episode, we're going to have a chat to Dino Cazares about the upcoming Australian tour and C-Bomb. What else?
So we've got some juicy insights into the new album on the horizon.
Oh, we do. We did what we told you we were going to do when we talked to Dino. We squeezed as much information out of him for you. So let's not waste any more time.
Yeah.
Let's get straight into it and check out the interview with Dino. All right, new breeders, we are here with a very special guest, Mr. Dino Cazares. Dino, welcome to New Breed TV again.
Yes, this is probably my second or third time, maybe?
I think so, yeah. We did a New Breed TV live stream that you jumped on once as well.
Yeah,
But
we did
thanks
one for Aggression Continuum too.
Yeah, yep.
So
Yeah,
it feels
thanks for
good to
joining
be
us,
here.
man.
Feels good to be here talking to all the new breeders out there. And I'm
Hell
sure
yeah, hell yeah.
they want some updates on things.
Oh yeah, we're gonna, and like we promised the new breeders in our last episode, we are gonna squeeze you for as much information as we can.
I got a lot to squeeze, mate.
Well, we're gonna squeeze it, aren't we, C-Bomb?
We'll have a go.
Excellent. All right. So, thanks for joining us. Fear Factory are obviously coming to Australia soon in May to do a full Australian tour. Thank you so much for actually doing that. As Australians, we need to thank bands that come over here and do a full Australian tour, not just the East Coast. So thank you for doing that. We really appreciate it. Just want to talk about some of the cities that you're going to be visiting while you're here. You're starting off in Perth.
Yeah. Perth,
And then
Australia. We've played there many, many times. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. And then you're heading to Adelaide.
Yeah.
That'll be us.
And then Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Townsville you're going to, and Hobart for the first time, right?
Yep. Good old Tazo.
Heading down to Tassie. Are you excited to play Tassie for the first time?
Very excited to play Tasmania. I've never been there. And so we've heard a lot about it. And I haven't heard of too many bands playing there, overseas bands. Maybe Australian bands play there a lot, probably. But I just know that we haven't ever. And so it's going to be our first time, and I'm really excited.
Yeah, excellent. And tell us about Townsville. How come you've picked Townsville? You've played there before, but you're going back.
Yeah, we played there once before, and it was such a success, and it was a great turnout. People were really excited. I like the town, and it's a nice, quiet town. It's cool. It's by the beach and stuff, so can't wait to go back there again. They treated us really well.
Awesome.
Sounds good. All right, well, I've got one for you. Just kind of curious what kind of set list we might be able to expect for the Aussie tour.
Well,
Ooh.
I think you guys should pick some of the songs, because I heard about you guys wanting deep cuts and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I mean, of course,
that's true.
Of course, we're going to be playing, some of the hits, and some of the stuff that people want to hear, like Linchpin, things like that. But as far as some of the deep cut songs, I'm going to let you guys pick them, and then we will just sort through them and see which one will go well with the set list.
Well,
That sounds cool.
Strain versus Resistance is definitely my top pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we want songs that people know. That's a B-side track. That was a bonus track. That's too rare. I want
That's
people to have a
such
good time, and I want people to have a good time and rock out the songs they know, not the songs that they don't know. They're like, what's this?
Well, I'll be having a good time.
It's tricky.
Well,
You obviously want to have some recognition. Otherwise, you might kill the crowd's enthusiasm.
there might only be like, a handful of guys out there that really know that record, but the majority of the people won't know that song.
Yeah. Lauren's keen on Cars, of course, so she's requested Cars.
Cars is pretty well known.
For the Adelaide show, at least.
I said some of the hits.
Not the hit. Oh, man, that was a hit back in the day when it came out.
Yes, it was. You never know. You never know.
All right. I'll take it.
We'll give you some sensible suggestions as well.
We'll play it only if Lauren comes on stage and dances to it.
She definitely will. She would be so keen to do that. Absolutely. Is there any Ormsby related stuff happening in Perth while you're down there that you're happy to talk about at this stage?
Not necessarily yet. We're planning on something, but not ready to announce yet.
All right.
There have been requests for guitar clinics in Adelaide and Perth and Brisbane. So we'll see how it goes.
Okay.
Sorry.
Cool. Are you going to be coming and is the band going to be visiting the Factoreum while in Adelaide? Is there any time in the schedule?
Well, it depends on flights going from Perth to Adelaide. There is not a lot of flights, to those two parts of the world. But it depends. You know what I mean? Because if I have to do a guitar clinic, I won't have time. If I don't do a guitar clinic in Adelaide, then I'll have time to come.
Okay. Fingers crossed, C-Bomb.
Yeah, well, hopefully.
Which, fingers crossed what? That my guitar clinic doesn't go through?
Well, fingers crossed. Well, hopefully.
There's really only a couple of flights leaving from Perth to Adelaide.
Yeah, it's a bit of a distance to fly over from Perth.
One is 7 a.m. The other one's at 1 p.m.
All right. Well, we'll cross our fingers and hope that it can be squeezed in at some stage anyway.
And remember, there's a 2.5 hour difference. You guys are 2.5 hours ahead of Perth.
Yeah, that's right.
So we lose time. So, it all depends on those logistics if we can make it over there in time.
Yeah. When you get here, I'll welcome you to the future. Are there any new details you're keen to share at this stage about the new album? And I've got a few questions around that.
Okay. Well, ask the questions.
So, before you come to Australia, is there a chance that we may get a single at least before you guys head over?
There is a chance, yes.
Ooh, there we go, C-Bomb.
Yikes.
A chance. A chance.
Okay.
We can hope.
All right, we'll cross our fingers for that one. Dino, your guitar tones are legendary on every album, every Fear Factory album that's out. Can you tell us any information about the guitar tone that you've been working on the new album? Is it similar to something old, or is it a new sort of tone that you've come up with?
It's the classic demanufacture head that I recently got back a few years ago, that me and my friend Livio from Chop Tones, we were able to replicate even better than what we have in the past. And so I've pretty much been using that. But I've used that similar tone on Aggression Continuum. But I think this one is more crispier, and it's got more crunch, and it's got more attack.
Sounds good.
And it's very fitting for the album It's got that cyber metal sound that people really like. But also a few things is I also switched to an 8-string. I've been doing a lot of 8-string lately. And on the new record, it's like 50% 8-string.
Oh,
I'm keen to hear that.
It sounds really cool.
Awesome. I was going to ask you that. So the new guitar tone sounds kind of like a deep fried version of Aggression Continuum. It's crispier, it's crunchier. Is that going to be available through Chop Tones after the album release?
Well, you can get a version of it right now on Chop Tones. So you just have to go there, choptones.com, and you can order my pack. It's all done in album packs. So each album has all the tones and all the different affected tones that I used on the record. You can either choose a raw tone before it's mixed, or you can choose a mixed tone like it's on the record. So you have a couple of different options.
Okay. So you can really play around with it.
Yeah, it's got Sullivan and Machine tones, demanufactured tones, obsolete, Digimortal, mechanized, and all the way to Aggression Continuum.
Smorgasbord of tones there.
Correct.
Nice.
Correct. And you can go to Chop Tones and get those now. But
awesome.
My newer tone, each record you do is going to be slightly mixed different, right? And your tone's going to be slightly different. So you're going to be able to get this tone. When I'm done with this record, you're going to be able to get this tone through Chop Tones as well.
Excellent.
Awesome.
All right. Well, this one, so will the previously released instrumental, The Roboticist, be featuring on the new album?
Ooh,
yes. Yes. And it's the arrangement's slightly changed for the better, of course. Because, it was originally written as an instrumental, and the ending part of the song is now the middle part of the song. And it sounds amazing. So you just got to check it out when it comes out.
Oh, man.
Keen, it sounds great.
We are getting excited, Dino.
Each song will have its own detailed synopsis of what each song's about. Lyrically, it's something that we kind of did on Obsolete. Obsolete was more of a story. This is more of a description of each song, the intention behind it, what the lyrics mean, and it's going to be intense. It's going to be great. You're going to be able to get more details that we're going to be releasing, through our website or through Facebook or, through social medias. And of course, you guys will be getting some of that detail as well. Because I noticed that over the years when it's just streaming stuff, you don't get all the details of the song. Sure, you get some lyrics and maybe you get some song credits, but they don't tell you the whole story behind it, the intention behind the riff or the beat or the lyrics. You don't get all that extra stuff. So we're going to be offering on.
You kind of miss the days of CDs and the booklets and the extra liner notes, extra information. I think, for hardcore fans, we love that stuff. So bringing back more information is super cool.
Correct. So you're going to be able to get, all the information of what the Roboticist is about, each song. So it's going to be killer.
Awesome.
That's cool. It's instead of having like an overarching story for the album, it sounds more like each song is going to have its own contained story within it that's going to be told, right?
Yes. I mean, overall, the record is going to have one concept that it all blends together, of course, right? It's just not going to necessarily be, how do I say, like a book. It's not going to be like a story of a book. It's going to be there we go, a narration of each song.
Awesome.
Nice one.
And it's about, and of course, it's always the battle between organic and digital. You know what I mean? Obviously, we are now into the future of what we've been singing about since the 90s, now we are, 35 years later, where we are now, and that's what kind of like what we're talking about. Of course, AI has taken over in a lot of aspects, and it's forever evolving, and it's going to keep evolving, and it's just we're enthusiastic about where it's going to go, but also very cautious at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, that was always the kind of Fear Factory message. You guys have sort of been warning about the future that's been arriving ahead of it.
Correct. And now, to where we are in this new record is where humanity is only left in fragments. And there's very little hope, a little chance, to come back, for humanity to come back. And when it does come back, it's going to be a new living organism that we haven't even discovered yet.
Yeah, I love that.
That's gets the inspirations going on what the future could hold.
We talking about AI? That's like the thinking part of the machine, right? Have you been keeping up to date with the things that they've been doing in robotics with the machines themselves, like Boston Dynamics, and the recent Chinese video where they had them doing flips and spins and a full choreographed routine? Man, that was scary.
Yeah. China is so far ahead than we are over here in the United States as far as all that stuff. The way the robots are made, the automatons are so amazing. They can do backflips, they can fight you, they can run faster than you. It's just going to be a whole new way of species.
Yeah.
Especially when they start taking our conscience and putting it into this AI, and it's going to be a whole new living being, right? And that's kind of like what the Roboticist is about. Roboticist is actually the person that created these robots that are so forward thinking that the Roboticist is the architect of the artificial. So he is the one that's changing everything. So the record is going to obviously start with the Roboticist, because that's where it begins, with this scientist, the scientists who are the architects of the artificial, who are creating the evolution of where we are now and in the future.
Is the Roboticist human, or is it
human?
So it's the beginning of humanity creating the robots, right?
Correct. Well, if you go back and listen to the industrialists are the manufacturers. Those guys manufacture parts. But we're talking about big machinery, things like that. Those are the industrialists. So those are the creators of that type of mechanization. Whereas the roboticist,
the whole industry, right?
The roboticist is more of the actual scientist that creates the sentient mind of the robot, and also comes up with the robotics of how it's going to move and everything. So it's a combination of both.
The progression of the technology getting more and more advanced as the time goes on.
Yeah. And so that is what the Roboticist is.
Excellent.
Awesome.
Which we call him the architect of the artificial.
Yeah. That's where it's at.
I'm loving this, C-Bomb.
Yeah.
I'm loving this. Loving the concepts, Dino. I just want to talk for a sec about Milo's vocals on this album. Obviously, Milo.
Go ahead.
Milo.
He's given a shit, C-Bomb, for being Aussie and talking like Aussies.
Yeah.
Bloody hell,
We can't help it.
Surely he's heard us enough by now to pick up on all our bullshit accent.
I cannot help it.
That's
we
fair.
love the banter. Love it.
So what about Milo?
Milo's vocals on this album. It's the first album that he's on. He's been in the band now for three years, and he's done a lot of tours around the world with you. How has his vocal? How's the vocal production been? How are his vocals sounding? Is he is he heavily involved in the lyrics and coming up with the concepts with you? And how have you guys been working?
Well, it's definitely a huge collaborative effort between all of us, which is me and Damien, our producer. Of course, Milo wrote a good portion of the lyrics. Of course, I helped out. And we have a bass player named Ricky Bonaza who fills in for Tony Campos. He helps a lot with the lyrics as well. So we all have collaborated on, lyrically on where we're going with this stuff and the whole story behind it. Milo definitely, the 3 years definitely helped him understand Fear Factory even more and where he fits in the band. Again, a lot of people are like, well, put out the record. We don't want to rush. We want it to be the shit, because this record, when it comes out, it's going to be forever. You know what I mean?
That's right.
Yes.
So, 100%.
I want to be able to, live with a dope ass record than something that's rushed because, somebody wants us to put it out quickly. Although I enjoy the enthusiasm with the fans, because they pester me every day, but it's a good pester and I enjoy it. So I really appreciate that, because it really tells me that they're ready for it and
they're hungry.
The demand is there. It's coming from a good place. But I totally appreciate it. It's great to keep the quality control high and get it out in a way that's the shit. I think that's the best way to put it.
Yeah.
It's Milo's first record. It's Milo's first record, so he has to shine on this record. So we're definitely taking our time. I think lyrically and conceptually, that probably takes the longest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to flesh things out. But it sounds like it's been a team effort.
Yeah, it sounds like all you guys have been working together on even the whole concept, all the lyrics, the music.
Me, Ricky, Milo wrote a song. He wrote the closing track, which is really good. It's along the lines of expiration date.
Oh, Dino. I love them. I love those big enders.
Just happy to hear what you're playing.
That's exactly how this is. I'd love to tell you the title, but I can't. It's really good. It's really good. It's kind of like we are, as humanity, we are gone. Humans are gone. All that's left is microorganisms, and somehow, it's kind of like how they rediscovered the dinosaur, and they were, they can extract some prehistoric blood and bring back and clone a dinosaur and bring them back. That's kind of like where we are at the end of the record.
Yeah,
wow.
Genetic memories.
That's a big concept for an ender, like an extinction level event, and then a spark of hope C-bomb.
Yeah.
Oh,
juicy detail.
Yep. That's exactly what it's like. And it's a great song. It's a great title. Milo pretty much did it all himself. Reese contributed some keyboards on it, so that's great.
Oh, I was going to ask you about Reese being involved if he was going to be involved on the album.
He's definitely involved in that song heavily, and then also DJ Zardonic is working on a couple of tracks as well. So don't worry, it's not going to be like
remixes.
It's not going to be a remix type. It's not going to be like a remix type. No,
but that's the same person. He was in some of the remixes from Aggression Continuum.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. So this is just more sound design, not necessarily remixing a song.
Just bring in the talent.
Gotcha.
Bring in the what?
The talent.
Yeah, because there's no talent. Yeah, because the rest of us are talentless.
I don't think C-Bomb meant it like that, Dino, but anyway.
I know. I thought it was funny.
We'll have a laugh.
Just to follow on from the question about Milo vocals, so was there anything that just surprised you with working with Milo in recording? Was there anything you didn't expect or were surprised by through that process so far?
Just that he was able to. There are elements where it's like, okay, you know, he sounds very similar to Bert, but there's other parts where he just sounds like it's a whole new thing, which adds a whole new freshness to the songs.
Yeah, cool.
I mean,
Wow.
we still have everything that makes Fear Factory what we are. Aggressive verses, you know, screams, growls, and of course the big melodic choruses. We still have all that. But sometimes I do a double take and I'm like, you know, that sounds a lot like Bert, and sometimes I'm like, this is a whole new thing. And so, and you're gonna notice that through the whole record.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
That's really cool to hear, actually.
Yeah.
Because if he's got, you know, he's bringing his own thing to it. That's really cool, and it's really what he needs to do, I think.
Yeah, gives the opportunity for the new album to have its own style to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he understands Fear Factory. He understands Fear Factory and the sound. You know, he respects the past and what me and the rest of the guys have created. You know, he loves all that. So, of course, it's only natural for him to have a lot of those elements in him because that's what he learned from. So,
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Last question, Dino. Pete's drums. How's he been going with the whole thing?
Little
Pete
fucking
the
shredder,
Feet.
Pete. Little shredder, Pete the Feet.
Yeah.
Pete's amazing. I mean, we sent him drum tracks because we program everything first, and then just to get the basic idea down, and then Pete adds his own element to it. Pete's ripping, man. He's fucking ripping, and
he is impressive.
A lot of drums, a lot of drum rolls that that showed up more, I think, on Mechanize. So a lot of more tasty rolls and drum fills and stuff like that. So he's definitely bringing. He's going to be a busy guy behind the kit on this one.
So Pete's putting his own flavor on it too. That's good to hear.
Oh, of course. Everybody's throwing in a little bit of the sauce.
Yes. Beautiful.
Sounds good.
All right. Well, I think we've squeezed you enough, Dino. What do you reckon?
Sure.
All right. Well,
you guys are going to be called. You guys are going to be called the Squeeze Breed TV.
Yeah, why not? That's a good one.
Listen, there's one thing that we do have to do when we get to Adelaide is go to Birria Tacos.
Oh, hell yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
That's a good idea.
Hell yeah.
So,
hell yeah.
So the cool thing is, okay, guys, tickets are available. There's still some VIP tickets available in certain shows. So be sure to go to fearfactory.com and click that link and definitely support the band and come out. It's been 10 years since we've been to Australia and headlined there, so I can't wait to do that. So please click that link and go out there and support the band.
Hell yeah. Couldn't
sure.
have said it better myself.
I think the fan base will be pumped for a big headline tour back down under, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Click on that
I look
link.
forward to being there.
Read it? Hell yeah. All right, Dino. Well, thanks for being on the show again. And we can't wait to see you guys when you hit Australia hard in May this year.
Oh, yeah. We'll do it. We're going to be there.
Excellent. All right, mate. Thanks for that. And we'll catch you when you're down under.
One last thing.
Yeah.
We're going to be in Australia listening to Akadaka, eating some macas.
Akadaka Macas.
And some tacos.
And some tacos.
Exactly.
Love it. All right, mate. Thanks for the chat, and we'll catch you after.
All right, you young Joeys. I'll talk to you later.
See ya, mate.
Cheers.
I am duplication innocently here. I was
there we go, C-Bomb. Chat with Dino.
Always good to have some time with Dino.
Hell yeah. So, the set list, hopefully we can... Doesn't sound like he's going to play Strain versus Resistance, but...
Might be able to get cars.
Yeah, maybe. I'm going to make a Strain versus Resistance sign to hold up at the Adelaide show regardless. just to annoy him.
Still, I was pretty happy to hear that he was open to some suggestions. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So we'll have to go back through our set list and see if there's any contenders there.
Yeah, man, we'll have a good think about it. Maybe get some discussion going in the Facebook group even.
Yeah. Let's do that. We had a chat about obviously Dino's guitar tone. It sounds like it's going to be a bit more intense, a bit more crunchy, a bit more, a bit more attack on this one, maybe.
Just a bit more of an evolution in the sound without changing it too much.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward to hearing that.
Yep. I really enjoyed the chat about like the robotic themes around the album. And
we got quite a bit of information there just around the sort of concept of the album, and I think the information in regards to providing a bit more context for what the songs are about and what the lyrics are inspired from and stuff is going to be really cool to see in the finished product. So looking forward to that.
Yeah, and even talking about like each song having its own sort of narrative as part of an overall concept.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that as well.
Yeah.
I can't wait. That last song that he was talking about, that Milo
wrote with some input from Reese Fulber on production, I think.
Oh, I'm hanging to hear that.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard when we do like a listening, like when we sit down and listen to it, because I'm just going to want to skip right to the end for that big banger.
The big banger won't hit without the preceding content, so you got to get to that point.
Yeah, there's a point, C-Bomb.
Can't jump to the end like that.
An album is a journey, right?
That's right.
You can't just skip to the destination, right?
Yeah. I was also really happy to hear Dino doesn't want to rush it out, and he wants to get it to as good as it can be.
Yeah.
So the wait will be worth it, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. As we know, Dino's an absolute king at quality control. Just like Aggression Continuum, when we did the GoFundMe for that.
Yes.
To get that up to a standard that Dino was happy with, because he wasn't happy with it prior to that, right?
Correct.
And we know that every album that Dino's on is a quality album, and it always sounds amazing.
Yeah, for sure.
So, we're going to have to wait, but I'm sure it's going to be worth it. Just like Aggression Continuum was. It was amazing. All right, New Breeders, thanks for watching this episode of New Breed TV. We hope you love that chat with Dino. Got some tasty little morsels of information for you. Yeah, some updates.
I think the hype's building for the new album. Building for this tour coming to Australia.
Oh, yeah,
so
it sure is.
Get pumped.
Yeah, let's hope that new single comes out before they come and do the tour.
Yes.
Or maybe,
fingers crossed.
Or maybe even play it, even if it's not out, maybe play it for us and give us a bit of a preview of what's to come.
That'd be sick too, for sure.
Would be sick. All right, New Breeders, well, thanks for watching, and we'll catch us again next time. Long live Fear Factory!